The 1994 World Swimming Championships. Proudly brought to you by the new Ford Falcon, Yellow Pages, Uncle Toby's, McDonald's, Strongbow White, and Qantas.
Oceano, acqua nell'acqua, onda e nuvola, acqua nell'acqua, vento contro il vento, io e te, tu in me, corpo e anima, acqua nell'acqua, bene lacrime. Acqua nella tua fiato, dentro il fiato, io e te. Acqua nell'acqua di parole, come un canto nelle gole, verso il sole di sole, un volo libero.
Hello once again from the 4-hour Teleco in Rome. It's the most beautiful morning and we've got high expectations because tomorrow morning Australian time at about 2:45 the men's 1500 metres final live with Kieran Perkins and Daniel Kowalski. Hope you can join us then. Last night for Australia in the finals, it was a near thing. A touch here or there, it could have been a glorious night. More about that a little later. But for one of the superstars of world swimming, it was again a golden night. Here's Neil Brooks and Joanna Griggs.
Thanks, Bruce. Well, the Russian Alexander Popov confirmed his title of the king of the sprints. He systematically destroyed the opposition in the 50, making it the double. But by the time Atlanta comes around, watch out for that young American, 19-year-old Gary Hall. He was awesome too, and finishing second to Alex in both the 50 and 100.
In the women's 200 IM, a great race from Ellie Overton. She ended up with the bronze. The 4x100 medley relay just missed out. But without a doubt, Hayley Lewis showed her true character and almost caused the greatest upset in world swimming.
Yes, so close, but so far in the end for Hayley Lewis. It was a race of fluctuating fortunes. Janet Evans going from lane 4 and Hayley Lewis from lane 6. Hayley Lewis is from lane 6. That's 3 from the bottom. It should be a most exciting final, very competitive.
You might have seen Janet Evans has big bruises on the back of her knee. She actually fell over a fence the other day, which might unnerve her just a fraction.
Missed a medal in the 400 metres. It was quite surprising. See what you mean behind her right knee. Here we go. Lewis was up quickly, 3 from the bottom. So Gartrell at the top, then Claudia Pohl, Henker of Germany behind them a little. Lane 4, Evans out quickly. Ping Lu of China, one of the favourites in lane 5. Hayley Lewis of Australia, 3 from the bottom. Brooke Bennett, the 14-year-old from America, in lane 7. Irene Dalby of Norway in lane number 8.
Now, really, this event is wide open. Anybody can win it. Michael Piper wants Hayley Lewis to go out very, very hard. She's got to find a rhythm, but he doesn't want to have to come from behind.
They make the first turn. Lewis looks as if she's right up there with Claudia Pohl.
We know Lewis is tough. We know that she finishes well in all her events, and she's a confident swimmer. So if she can be out there at the 400, well, then she's a big chance for the finish.
Well, she's leading. Hayley Lewis is in front in the first 100 metres of this 800-metre final. Janet Evans of the United States in lane 4. Jana Henker of Germany in lane 3. Ping Lu back a bit, China in lane number 5, and Stacey Gartrell. They make the turn. Hayley Lewis 61.01, leads Janet Evans 61.46. Stacey Gartrell was 62.31.
Now, Hayley, obviously, she's doing what Michael Piper says just perfectly. She's out nice and hard. She's got a lovely stroke when she finds a rhythm, Hayley. She's very high in the shoulders. Her head is perfect, is positioned perfectly, and she's keeping her kick nice and even now because she's going to have to save a couple of 6 beats first there throughout the race later.
Janet Evans pressurising Hayley Lewis. She'll know the Lewis form very well. They've been competitors against one another for such a long time, and they're going to turn practically together there. Lewis may be just touching off Evans. Claudia Pohl in lane 2, who was third in the 200 metres, third in the 400 metres. She would be in third place. Dolby going quite well of Norway in lane 8. Henke of Germany in lane 3. And a bit of a surprise here is that Ping Lu is well back at the moment from China in lane 5.
We said before we don't know too much about it, but you can see Hayley. Hayley's looking nice and strong in this race. It's going to be a battle between her and Evans. Pohl, we're not too sure about. I mean, as we said, she's had a heavy program, but Lewis looks great.
Here's the 200-metre split, 2:04.70, and for Evans it was 2:05.16. Gartrell in 7th place, 2:07.32. Now, the outside world record pace, but that 8:16 set by Janet Evans is way back in 1988, and it's very doubtful if that will be challenged here.
Hayley Lewis and Janet Evans have very similar strokes. They both sort of slap and they reach forward and they put everything into every arm stroke. And they have the same kick pattern, almost identical.
Well, they've set the scene here, haven't they? The two women who have been around this event for a while, Janet Evans particularly, catch me if you can. And again, they probably turned exactly together. Lewis may be fractionally in front. She's working well off the walls, Lewis, in this tonight, leading Evans. And they're a body length in front of Pohl, Henke, Ping Lu and Brooke Bennett, the 14-year-old, who's second from the left. But you can see Lewis third from the left. Evans in the middle of screen has moved right up alongside Lewis, and I feel that Evans may in fact be just in front of Hayley Lewis. It'll be a touch either way. I think Janet Evans has now gone to the front for the first time in this race. We'll get them at 300. As you can see, they're wide apart. Here they go. They turn over. Yes, Evans by 9/10 of a second in front of Hayley Lewis.
Hayley got the better turn there. If she can keep her turn work up there, that could be the race. They're so close. She was very disappointed with her Commonwealth wins, but every time she's hit the water at this meet, she feels she's got a little bit fresher.
Well, Evans is getting away, though. There's no question about that. Janet Evans is now a half a body length in front of Hayley Lewis. And Ping Lu of China starting to come through with Henke of Germany. Here's the next turn. And Evans by nearly 3/4 of a body length. She's worked magnificently, Evans, in this 100 metres. Lewis got a good turn again, cuts her back to half a body length, and Hayley Lewis is holding down the silver medal position, but Ping Lu in lane 5 is starting to come on for China.
She's slowly moving up, which is probably a great way to swim the 800 because you really do have to pace yourself. You can see Evans really throws that right arm in her stroke. It's quite unusual, but obviously she gets the results.
Lewis still going pretty strongly. Towards the left of screen, Stacey Gartrell of Australia is in 7th place. They're up to halfway now. When Evans broke the world record, it was a 4:07.92 split. You can see they're well behind that. 4:13.01. Lewis split 4:13.82 in 2nd place. Gartrell was way back 7th, 4:17.88.
Hayley's not letting Evans get too far ahead of her. She certainly is working on keeping her there. If she lets her get too far out of the reach, she won't be able to catch her, but she's so tough, anybody can still win from here.
They're in the second half now of this 800-metre final. Janet Evans in screen, champion in Seoul and Barcelona. She has a tremendous record in this race. Hayley Lewis has worked very hard in this lap, holding Evans to about a body length. And Lewis still has a very comfortable margin over Ping Lu, Henke of Germany, and Bennett of the United States, the 14-year-old, going very well in the bottom of screen.
They're both still very high, both Evans and Lewis. They're going to have to start doing different bursts with their kick. I think you'll see that occasionally now, a couple of metres out from the wall, they'll pick it up a little bit to try and hit their turns as hard as they can.
Janet Evans 5th in the 400 metres, surprisingly beaten out of the medals. Hayley Lewis was 4th. Here's the turn at 500. Evans still has a body length, goes around 5:17.16. Lewis is 1.15 seconds behind her in 2nd place. Stacey Gartrell still 7th and certainly well and truly out of the medals.
Stacey's been feeling flat all this meet. She's surprised that she was a bit of a shock upset at the Commonwealth Games when she beat Hayley. But as you can see, Hayley's coming to form into this meet, and she's not letting Evans get too far ahead.
Still, it's a body length and a bit, and really Evans is in the gold medal position. She set this up, gave Lewis a start early, pegged her back, and now is asserting her authority. She'll be very hard to beat. I can't remember Janet Evans being passed in a big final like this once she gets in front. But Hayley Lewis is doing her best for Australia, the 20-year-old. A body length behind Janet Evans. Henke of Germany, Ping Lu of China, and Brooke Bennett of the United States are trying to get to Hayley Lewis. But it's Evans a body length to Lewis, and still a body length and a bit. Look at little Brooke Bennett in lane number 7, the 14-year-old, is right up alongside Ping Lu and Henke of Germany. We go to the 600-metre mark. Let's see what the difference is. It was 1.15 on the previous lap. has Evans increased her lead. She's 6:21.56, Lewis 6:22.91. So she's slowly but surely increasing her margin here.
Hayley has actually picked up her pace. She's gone up a full gear in this last, well, it's almost last lap. She really has lifted. She's starting to lift her kick a bit, but so is Evans. This is really going to come down to a battle of the wheels.
Well, they're both tough. We know that. Evans, 2 Olympic gold medals, a World Championship gold medal in this event. Arguably the hardest event of all for the women. Turns now. Still a body length and a half in front of Lewis. Lewis in a silver medal position, but Brooke Bennett of the United States is coming on very strongly, the 14-year-old. Only a body length behind Hayley Lewis. Ping Lu still well back, and Henke well back. Claudia Pole well and truly out of it. There's Evans in the middle of screen. Leads Hayley Lewis towards the left. Brooke Bennett on the extreme left. In the centre, Ping Lu in lane 5 between Evans and Lewis. And to the right of Evans, as far as we look, it was Henke of the United States. Here's the turn at 700.
Oh, Evans is hitting this well. She's lifting her kick now, but Hayley is gaining on her in every single turn.
Lewis has taken off quite a bit of ground. The margin is less than 1 second. Well, a big 100 coming up. Lewis is sprinting after Janet Evans. The Olympic champion twice from America leads Hayley Lewis of Australia and Brooke Bennett of the United States. We could still have a grandstand finish here. Lewis is eroding Evans's lead. Stroke by stroke, she's coming back to her.
She certainly is. Lewis said after the Olympics that she was almost overawed by Evans and she felt that she probably could have beaten her, and she is going for it here.
Lewis is almost alongside Evans. She's drawn level. Brooke Bennett is a length behind them. Hayley Lewis is almost stroking it with Janet Evans. She's come back quite magnificently. It'll be a grandstand finish, all right. Evans, who hasn't been passed at a major championship, finding something. Lewis coming at her. They're stroke for stroke. The two great ones. Evans of the United States, Lewis of Australia. It's an epic duel. Lewis is sprinting. Evans just in front. They touch it. Evans has won by 9/100ths of a second from Hayley Lewis.
That was so close. It was all in the finish. That's all it came down to. It was just that Hayley just misjudged the finish fractionally.
It was a fantastic race. A race where Lewis got the early lead. Evans took it away, was seemingly in control. And then Lewis produced a flying finish and has failed by 9/100ths of a second to take the gold medal. 8:29.85 to 8:29.94.
Hales, that is so close. How are you feeling?
At the moment, pretty tired. Hardly stand up, but happy I got a medal at last. You know, I had to wait all meeting to get one, but it's a pity it wasn't a gold, but oh well.
Mate, it was just such a courageous swim. You really went out after it. Was that the plan, that you wanted to really get out there in front and try and hang on?
I was pretty nervous before the race, and I didn't really have a plan in my head. My coach told me to get out there fast, and everyone was pumping me up before the race, so I just felt good from the start. It's just unfortunate I had to lose by such a little bit, but oh well.
If you can try and put it into words, you led. Janet looked like she might get away, but you fought back so tough. How much did it hurt?
Hurt pretty bad, especially the last 50. Put absolutely everything I've got into it, so it's a silver medal. Could have been worse, could have been a bronze.
No, I mean, Hayley, it was just a fantastic swim. How do you feel at the moment? I know it's hard to make decisions for the future, but are you going to stick with the 800?
Definitely 4 and 800 free, definitely. Whether I keep swimming the medleys, I'll have to decide after this.
You've had such a big program in terms of the 200 flies, the medleys. Are you going to be more specific now coming into Atlanta, because it's such a big program with the Commonwealth and Worlds so close together?
I'll probably stick to the medley until next year, and then from Pan Pacs onwards, I'll go with the freestyle.
Can you give us just a glimpse of that famous Hayley Lewis smile?
As we look at the official result, Stacey Gartrell in 6th place, but the top 3 in one of the most fantastic finishes. Janet Evans just holding off Hayley Lewis, and 14-year-old Brooke Bennett 3rd.
Hayley Lewis, Australia.
Uncle Toby's Sports Plus is the perfect cereal for active people because it combines complex carbohydrates, calcium and iron. That's what makes it the best.
Welcome to Rockdonald's. May I chisel your order?
The Bedrock $2 dinner deal after 5 p.m. A cheeseburger, small fries and a small Coke, all for a rock bottom $2. Better rock in fast.
It's rock time.
When you need it fixed fast. Remember, Clarkson's Fix It Fast glass replacement service is as close as your phone. Look in the yellow pages. Clarkson's Fix It Fast.
The Qantas Red Tail sale is on, so if you're quick, you'll save on airfares to some of Australia's favourite cities. Tickets are only on sale until September 16. Don't miss out. Call Qantas now on 131313 or your licensed AFTA travel agent.
If you're looking for a taste that's out of the ordinary, Strongbow White.
On 7 Nightly News Monday, we speak to the woman who knew Penola's mother, Mary MacKillop, soon to be Australia's first saint.
This patient's injuries were not all sustained in the accident.
Tuesday, a woman afraid.
Please talk to me.
Hiding a secret.
Did you tell anyone about these attacks?
And can Maggie handle a young man's advances?
I can handle it on my ear.
Blue Healers, Tuesday on 7.
What a close call there for Hayley Lewis, missing out by 9/100ths of a second. Ellie Overton wasn't quite so close, Joanna Griggs, was she, in the individual medley, but it was still a very fine swim.
It certainly was. Ellie's no stranger to hard work, and she's had a heavy load for the last couple of weeks, but she had a great race.
And Bin Lu, who's been one of the most outstanding swimmers at these championships, started favourite in the final. So the final for the 200 metres individual medley. Australia in with a good chance of a medal. What colour will it be? Ellie Overton is one of 5 or 6, you'd think, in this final who could win. I think Bin Lu in lane 3 and Alison Wagner in lane 4 are the 2 favourites.
Ellie's probably one of Australia's toughest competitors. She certainly won't give up if it comes down to a finish.
So Overton 3 from the bottom. They start the butterfly leg. She was up quickly. Bin Lu got a terrific start for China in lane number 3. Is leading out from Wagner and Hazlett. Overton with them in lane 8. Hunga got a great start from Germany. Lane 2, Limpert going well, but you can see Bin Lu already nearly a body length in front.
She certainly is. She's out very fast. Ellie's not too far behind her. This morning she found it hard to find a rhythm in the butterfly, but she really came through very strongly in the backstroke, and hopefully we'll see the same again tonight.
Under world record pace, quite clearly the split is 28.68, so Overton turned in 5th place in 29.82, but Bin Lu had a tremendous lead as they go into the backstroke.
As you can see, Bin Lu is very comfortable in the water here. She's very strong. Ellie's also high in the water. She's keeping her place. She's got a wonderful kick, Ellie, and she's really been improving in the backstrokes.
In 2nd place at the moment, Ellie Overton of Australia. Look at her closing down on Bin Lu, who still leads by a body length. coming up for halfway. World record split here is 62.05. It's 61.58. Bin Lu, we know, is a brilliant freestyler. The world record could be in danger. Overton turned in second place in 62.87.
This morning, Ellie actually caught Bin Lu in the breaststroke and powered away from her. And we're seeing her now. The thing she's got to think of is to keep her stroke long, keep her kick going, and keep her technique perfect.
Wagner going very well here also for the United States in lane 4. Bin Lu in lane 3 from China. Wagner from the United States in 4. Ellie Overton of Australia in lane 6. They're the top 3 at the moment. Limpet of Canada over in lane 2. Still, it's Overton holding down third place as Wagner closes on Bin Lu.
Oh, it's going to be a close finish, this one. I think Bin Lu's going to be hard to catch. Ellie's got a strong freestyle, but it's going to really be tough.
Well, Bin Lu broke world records in the 100 and 200 freestyle, yet missed gold medals. She should get one here. Has a body length over Wagner. Overton in a terrific position to get the bronze medal.
Bin Lu was very strong off that turn. She actually gained about half a body length off Wagner. But the hard thing is, I mean, your turn, it's so important.
Bin Lu over a body length in front. Overton's going to get a bronze medal for Australia. Bin Lu a body length in front. Touches now. Here's the time, 2:12.34. Wagner second. Overton's going to get third, 2:15.26. A bronze medal for Ellie Overton. And Bin Lu, after silver medals in the 100 and the 200, adds another gold medal to her relay in the 4x100. She's been one of the most outstanding swimmers at these World Championships. 2 gold and 2 silver, but also a great story for Australia.
It certainly is. Ellie Overton deserves to finally get a medal at one of these major meets, because as she's got a 4th, she's had a 5th at the Olympics. I mean, this is fantastic for Ellie.
Well, she's beaten some terrific swimmers. Hazlett of the United States, a 3-time Olympic champion. Hunger of Germany, a 3-time European champion. And Overton coming home, never really challenged for the gold medal once Bin Lu got away to such a flying start on the first leg.
Oh, she's wrapped with it, though. Bin Lu was powerful at that finish. You can see it there.
Well, she's a wonderful freestyler, isn't she? I mean, she went under the world record in the 100 and the 200, and then was part of that world record team in the 4x100 metres. So she's had quite a championships, 2 gold and 2 silver.
Ellie, congratulations. I know that the end time is probably not as fast as you wanted to go, but you went after it. You were out there at the 100.
Yeah, the race went like how I wanted it to go. I'm disappointed with the time. It just keeps happening. I keep going slower, but never mind.
But then again, there's been a few 4ths in your career. Now
That's
you've
right.
got a medal. You're up there. It's the next step.
Yeah, that's right. Very happy with the bronze.
And the result, Bin Lu of China, 2:12.34. Alison Wagner of the United States, 2:14.40. And Ellie Overton of Australia, 2:15.26. 4 tenths outside her best time, but a bronze medal. The presentation for the women's 200 metres individual medley and a bronze medal for Ellie Overton.
3e et médaille de bronze, Ellie Overton, Australia.
Gold medals at the Commonwealth Games in Canada, and now a bronze medal at the World Championships. Bronze medal for Ellie Overton. Chinese women haven't missed out on too much here, that's for sure. 1,500 metres final, remember, live tomorrow about 2:45 Eastern time. But Joanna, when we arrived at the pool today, all sorts of stories surrounding Perkins' health and also Kowalski.
I had a chat to John Carew, who's Perkins' coach this morning. He's very worried. Both our 1,500 metre boys have had a scare with their health. I spoke to Don Talbot just minutes ago, and he confirmed this.
Well, let's have a look at that interview. Joanna Griggs talking with Don Talbot, our head coach.
Don, we've heard that both Kieran and Dan Kowalski are a little bit sick. What's the situation?
Well, I don't think Kieran's sick. He's, you know, he's getting towards the end of the meet now, and he's tired. He was tired starting, and he's done very well to carry himself like he is now. But, I mean, you know, he's a bit of a sore throat, but we're in a smoggy country too, and, I mean, I don't think there's anything the matter with him. With Daniel, however, he got a bit of that Roman tummy that goes around, and I hope he'll be okay by tonight. He's resting right now. I mean, he's up and mobile, but he's just taking it easy, and I don't anticipate any problems with that.
So there's no chance of a withdrawal?
Well, not at this stage. You don't look at those things. In fact, that's furthest from my mind. But I think that with Daniel, I mean, you know, he'd rather cut off his right arm than pull out of that event, because that's a chance for him to get a medal, and he really wants that.
Joanna, I get the feeling from Don Tao, but that they're still going to be very competitive and will be very hard to beat for the gold and silver medal.
Don believes if they can get there in the final, they'll be there for the medals, and we know how tough both of them are. Kieran is incredible. He's proved that time and time again, and Kowalski, he proved it in the weeks leading up to the Commonwealth Games when he had shoulder problems to overcome.
Well, a reminder about that final 2:45 Eastern Time tomorrow morning. We'll take a break, back with more from the 4-hour Tallyco after this.